Ooh, Seminan. So Izolo, I was getting interviewed by Pusha on her podcast, The Blueprint. I think it'll air either this week or next week. For those who may not know, Pusha is a digital entrepreneur. She's an author, she's a mentor, and she has a channel where she speaks about, it's called The Blueprint, where she started off speaking about drop shipping. If you don't know what drop shipping is, go to BA Push's page, YouTube page, and then she'll educate you around that. Anyway, the Blueprint is her platform where she interviews different entrepreneurs, from entrepreneurs that you know of to some that you don't know of, and basically they give their blueprints on how they got to where they are, how they find business, etc., etc. And yesterday was my little chance to have a little chat, and the interview went slightly different. It became quite an emotive interview around business and and just where I started and how I got to where I got or where I am. And it became emotional because I feel a lot of times we watch these videos and we really don't understand what the fuck is happening on the other side. We try and romanticize things, not understanding the challenges. So if you ever walk around and you see a person who has a great body, you need to understand, fully understand, not just know, understand the sacrifice that goes into that. Understand the time they had to sacrifice eating a certain way, or when they were tired getting to gym, or this or that. Like, there's so much sacrifice, there's so much cost involved, time away from family, time away from loved ones, because they've chosen to invest in something. We love to romanticize business because when we go on Instagram, when we go and watch TV, whatever the case is, we see the highlight, or the high life rather, of seeing entrepreneurs on yachts, and some are traveling here and some are traveling there. And when you get a chance to watch this interview, I actually really unpack from an emotional point the pain of being an entrepreneur, the failures, the hurt, the 99% that we go through in order for those 1%. And when those 1% come through, sometimes you don't even celebrate them. If you've spent the past 2 weeks trying to catch a little rabbit because you're so hungry and you hunting it, but by the time you eventually catch it, you're so broken. You might, it's fine, I'll eat grass, it's okay. So I break that down as best as I can, and again, quite emotive. And I say that because I have a lot of people in my DMs asking, Benson, can I please sit down and have a podcast with you and interview you? Can we talk about this? Can we talk about that? Guys that are asking for mentorship. Guys, listen, I'm not a charity. I'm not an NGO. I'm not an NPO. We charge for this shit. Like, we really do. Understand what, if you ever wanted free stuff, subscribe to my channel, watch these videos. That's my charity side. That's where I get to share my walk. But when I go for talks, I charge. I charge. I'm a professional in my right. So my time costs. So if you wanting to get me on your platform, there's a cost to that. Not all costs are financial, please understand. So for example, if you want to do a podcast and you have a substantially larger following, then obviously the charge will be the leverage of each other, But if you're trying to build your podcast and you want me to get there, then I will charge you a financial rate, or we can barter. Tell me what value add you can bring into my life. Maybe you are really good at editing videos. So you'll say, Benson, come and do this interview. I'll edit the next 5 of your videos. Or I'll be able to draw a picture of your face. Or I'll do something where we can have value exchange for my time. You have so many people, Benson, I'm looking for a mentor. Please, can you mentor me? Do you understand how difficult it is to mentor someone? Do you understand the time that I need to put in to mentor someone? It's a whole journey, where I'm putting in hours and hours and hours. Guys, I also work. This is not how I make a living. I work. I've got commitments that I need to pay. I've got kids that go to school, So A lot of us, people will look at UPA Pusha being a digital, she grafts, the video stuff is little. People will look at my brother. No, guys, this is not charity. This is not charity. If you thinking Usol Penduga is at the radio stations doing for free, you lost. If you thinking that he's on the podcast and chill for free, you've lost. If you think that he's making an appearance at this event or that event for free, you've lost. Business is a value exchange. When it comes to me, you want my time for free, but when you go to Pick and Pay, you don't just grab a loaf of bread for free. When you guys are going to Ekonga or wherever these cases, you're not just going in there for free. You understand the value exchange. So when it comes to them, you understand value exchange. When it comes to me, you need me to do shit for free. It doesn't make any logical sense, guys. It can't make logical sense. When you go to an accountant, when you go to a tax broker, they charge you for every little thing. You send them an email, they respond an email, they charge you. You ask for certain advice, it takes 2 minutes, they charge you. Understand that's how business works. And if you're not ready and prepared to have value exchange in spaces that you go to, you will stay losing. You will always lose. When you see a beautiful girl and you want to make her your girlfriend, there has to be a value exchange. A lot of sisters now, the value exchange is a financial thing, but there's still a lot of sisters that want a value exchange in terms of your time, your resource, your energy, your brain, your emotion, your spiritual. They need that value exchange. It's not just you taking. There's no way you'll be able to get into a relationship like that. There's no way you'll get into a relationship. Take when there's no value exchange. The same thing at your job. There has to be a value exchange. It's you giving of your time, of your mental, of your resource in order to get financial at the end of the month. The same with podcasters, with mentors, with guys that do talks. Whenever we go to corporate engagements, we charge. We charge for a 15-minute slot, 30-minute slot, hour slot. We charge for workshops. And again, if it's not a financial amount, then there'll always be some sort of value exchange. How can we leverage off each other? Where's the gain for both of us? It has to be a win-win situation. I go to Pick and Pay, I give them 20 Rand, they give me a loaf of bread. Win-win. It's something I wanted, it's something that they wanted. So when you do invite someone, if you want to invite X or Y or Z onto your podcast, ask yourself this question: what is the win-win? You're going to invite someone who's got 1 million subscribers on YouTube. 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Your platform has 100. 100. Now ask yourself, what is the value exchange? This thing of, as a machita, we need to help each other, bullshit. Fuck that. He's helping you. How are you helping him? How are you? One day. It's not like you guys are constantly looking back at all the tangas that helped you in the years. Usafunda, primary. You've moved on. So when you want that guy with a million subscribers to get onto your platform, you need to first ask yourself, before you even approach him, what value am I adding in their life? Maybe if they are a person who, is a bit overweight, you say, I'll train you. I'll train you for the next mini sessions. For exchange, you come to my channel. I'll draw a portrait of you and your family. In exchange, you come to my channel. I will do this, I'll do that, I'll introduce you to this person, I'll help you with this, but have a value exchange mindset. That's how you grow in business, that's how you grow in life. The reason why you see some of these guys that end up having 10 girls is because all those 10 girls know that there's some sort of value exchange. You might not agree with the value exchange, but it is there. The reason why you see these billionaires become billionaires is because there's a value exchange. Thank you, Apple, for the phone. Here, take my money. Thank you, Ferrari, for the car. Here, take my money. There's a value exchange. So please, guys, the next time you approach a mentor, the next time you approach this person or that person, always give of yourself. Say, okay, let me give. Let me make sure this person is going to feel better. Let them win. And then after that, then you can come in and say, hey, could you help me with this? Hey, could you help me with that? But outside of that, guys, look, I wish for nothing but success for you. I hope that you guys really get to listen to what I've just said. Please, again, make sure that you go to platform UPA Pusha. She's on Instagram. I'm not too sure about other social networks. I know she's on YouTube. She's got a very, very large following. Subscribe, listen, learn, do. Listen, learn, do. Make sure. I want to see you guys a success. Have yourselves a phenomenal day.